Hello everyone, and welcome to my 26/27 League 2 predictions. And this year, I'm going to try to save a waffle because I know I used to go on some of the predictions. I'm doing it now. But I'm going to go straight into it this year. Starting with 24th, I have put Gillingham. I know this is a risky one. I don't think many people will put Gillingham to go down. But they've kind of hung around in the bottom half of the table ever since they got relegated from League One. They just have not shown any improvement. I thought they would last season, but they ended up falling off in the end. So, with the strong teams coming up, and then the teams that almost went down, I think they will improve as well. I think Gillingham could be one of those teams that get pushed down. And Gillingham's, I don't think a team you'd usually expect to see in the National League, but I'm not convinced with him at the moment. 23rd, I'll put Accrington. I've seen a lot of people put Accrington to go down. Originally, I didn't agree, but looking at the quality of the league this season, I struggled to find a team to put down. And sadly, Accrington was that team that was pushed into the bottom two. I don't want them to go down, but they've been dropping every season. They've not really improved, so they could drop a bit like Gillingham. 22nd, I've got Tranmere. I think it's been more of the same. Tranmere's been right at the bottom for like the last 2 seasons. I think I put them to finish quite well last season, and that just did not pay off. So I'm going to put them just stay up. 21st, I put Port Vale. I wasn't sure with this one. Usually in League One, usually do get 1 or 2 teams that do garbage. So from before that came down, I had to try and find a team that's a little worse. And the team I put bottom was Port Vale. They do have League 2 experience, which could help them. But the league has grown, and I think that they got promoted last time. But this isn't like the Premier League and Championship. We can't just yo-yo between the two, between League 1 and League 2. So they did it last time, but this time I don't think they will. They'll stay up, but it'll be a bit like Shrewsbury last season. Shrewsbury will crawl him. 20th is another team that came down, and that's Northampton. Another one I wasn't sure with, but I'm really not sure about Northampton. They're a team I usually expect to see in League 1, but something about them just does not seem right this season. That's why I put them 20th. 19th, I've put Cheltenham. I originally had them higher, and then I saw some pre-season games and I wasn't convinced. So I think it should be more of the same as last season. That would kind of just be there. That won't be anywhere near relegation, but that won't be anywhere. 18th, I put Fleetwood. I did have them lower at the start, but I think they're gonna move more into a more basic mid-table team. They could maybe have struggled this season, but I see them for the next 5 years being that mid-table League 2 team. 17th, Swindon. Yeah, a bit of odd on this because you usually expect Swindon to be somewhere around the top. I just think one or 2 teams are going to drop, and as of all teams at the top, I think Swindon are most likely. So yeah, I think that struggled about 2 years ago as well. I think so. I think it'll be a bit more like that season. 16th, I've put Colchester. Bit of the same as Swindon. They've been okay for the last 2 years, but they could drop down a bit as some of the teams could improve at the bottom. Not really that much else to say. 15th, Grimsby. I did not like putting them this low because Grimsby have been on the rise lately, but something about that. Then I don't see them as a League 2 team. I see them as a yo-yo between League 2 and the National League. So they got playoffs last season, and I think there might be a bit of a drop this season. I do expect one playoff team to always drop. So I think that team will be Grimsby. Sorry, Grimsby fans. 14th, I put Crawley. People are probably going to put them to go down, but they did well pre-season. Not just pre-season. In the Carabao Cup, they beat York, wasn't it? So I think it'll be more like mid-table. As I said earlier, the teams that almost get relegated, like most of them going to do well the next season. I put Crawley to actually get promoted about 2-3 years ago, and they did. So I'm usually good with Crawley. I think I did put them near the bottom last season as well, I'm pretty sure. Did I put them to get relegated? I think I might have put them to get relegated. So yeah, there you go, 14th. 13th, I put Newport. People are going to put Newport bottom. I'm not. I think Newport will be good. I can see them doing really well. I don't know why. They're like I did think about putting them higher, but I don't think they are there yet. So I think they'll be stable mid-table this season. They won't have any relegation threat. 12th, I've got Rochdale. I didn't want to put them higher, but I'm not quite sure. I don't want to take the risk because, as I do say, when you notice patterns, the pattern just got their goals. I can see Rochdale getting top 6. But we've got to remember how good Rochdale and York were last season. So I think the top 12, they will all be in that playoff race. And I think Rochdale will just push below it and finish 12th. 11th is Rotherham. I've seen a lot of people putting Rotherham really low. Is it really looking that bad for Rotherham? They were in the Championship like 3 years ago. I don't think they'll go back up, but I don't think they'll be bottom half. It's still a team that was in the Championship 3 years ago. So I'll put them 11th, mid-table. 10th, I've put Crewe Alexandra. I kind of feel this is just where they're going to stay for the time being. They're not bottom half. If you put Crewe bottom half, then you're stupid. They're not finishing bottom half. But I don't think they're ready to get promoted yet. So I think 10th will be good enough for them for this season. 9th, I put Oldham. Is that how you say that? Is it Oldham or Oldham? Someone tell me in the comments. Yeah, I think it'll be more the same. They'll improve slightly. I think they'll miss out on the playoffs in the final game. Because the promoted team from the National League end up doing really well. And I think maybe next season or the season after, maybe they could get promoted to League One. But for this season, I'm gonna have them just below it. 8th, and just missing out, Shrewsbury Town. They're my big surprise pick because that was not good last season. That was looking like getting relegated for the first half. But they were a lot better second half of the season. And I think I could take that second half of momentum and carry it on to this season. They probably will have a few wobbles. But I think they will do the best. A bit like MK Dons were last season. One of the 4 teams that just stay up in League 2, they always end up finishing in the playoffs. So Shrewsbury, that could easily finish in the playoff, but as I said, I don't want to take as many risks as I usually do. So I have them just outside. And then 7th, I'm going to put Walsall. As you know, I'm near Walsall. I do like Walsall. They fell off last season though. So they have to do something this season. But this is a team that they should be going up. They've got Alberto Dolma. I'm saying that because I'm a Villa fan. But I think that they should improve. If Walsall finished bottom half, then something have gone terribly wrong there. We should expect to see Walsall going up. I don't know what's happened with them. So, 7th. 6th, I put Bristol Rovers. They ended last season great, Bristol Rovers. So, I think they will be in the playoffs this season. I think originally I did have them to challenge for promotion for the Autos, but I think they'll just be behind that. Not much else to say about them. I think that'll be in around the top patrol for most of the season, and I'll end up getting 6th. 5th, I've got York City. I originally put them 1st, but after seeing how they did in the Carabao Cup, I've decided to drop them a few places. I think they've got all the quality to go up, but another thing I've been told that there are things a bit dodgy behind the scenes there with all the management or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't really keep an eye on League Two, but I've heard a few things about York City, so I think they're definitely good enough to be up there. But with stuff off the pitch, I think they won't be ready to get promoted yet, and that's why they'll finish 5th. 4th, and just missing out on promotion, is Exeter. I wasn't quite sure what to do with Exeter, because Exeter, they could either do really bad and get relegated, or they can do really good and get promoted. I went for the higher option. I don't think they'll get promoted. I think they'll be close though, but nah, I'm gonna put Exeter 3rd. 3rd place, Salford City. This has got to be the season they rob. They've been on the rise for the last few years. They've got their new identity. They've changed back to orange. So their fans are happy. Everything about the club is happy. Everything there is looking good. So there is a chance they could slump like they did the last time they finished in the playoffs. But I think this time they will be good enough to get over the line. I think they'll keep it close though, and they'll finish 3rd. 2nd then, who is my runner-up? Chesterfield. I think I did put Chesterfield to go up last season, and I didn't. But the last 2 seasons they have been up there. They got past last season. Did they get past the season before that? I can't quite remember, but they've been up near the playoffs for the last 2 seasons. I don't think they're showing any signs of dropping down. So I think they will be good enough to get 2nd place. I don't think they're winning the league though. And my League 2 winner is Barnet. Yeah, I think that'll be a bit like Bromley last season. They've 100% got the quality. They showed it when I was in the National League, when they got promoted. They started slow last season, but they improved really well. They just missed out on the playoffs in the end. But it was a bit similar to Bromley the season before they got promoted. I think they'll push on this season, and they'll be good enough to win the league. I think Barnet they could destroy the league. They could win it by like a good 8-9 points. That's it. That's my 26-27 League 2 predictions. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Look out for my League 1 predictions, and then my Championship, and then my Premier League. But until the next episode, I see you next time. See ya!